Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. So let's start the story without any further conversation. You have to listen as Jimin, and I will not, Mom, Mrs. Park. Why? What's the reason, Jimin? I just don't tell you the reason, Mrs. Park. Really? Then you have to listen me. It's fine, Jimin. Mom, don't be. Otherwise, Mrs. Park. Otherwise, what, Jimin? Jimin. Otherwise, I run from. Seriously, mom? Oh, seriously, mom? How can you do this, Mrs. Park? I do, and you listen me, Jimin. I don't listen you. I don't listen. I don't do any. You also listen this, and now you can keep this in your mind. He said and go in his room. Mrs. Park signed to say, Mrs. Park, what I do? Why he's not listening? Jimin come in. Jimin come in his room, sit with a pouch. He is so right now on his parents. Jimin, what I do now? They don't listen me. I said that cat sent his parents. But no, he don't listen me. No face all this. He said with the pouch. He is so just not showing. He hold his phone and dial a number after 3 to 2 rings. Jimin, wow, meeting. Your meeting is more important than me. Who said, Jimin? Mr. Min, stop all this. YoOngI, hey, what I did. And here Jimin realized he is just on him. He make up out Jimin. YoOngI, there is a problem. YoOngI, what, Jimin? My mom just fixed my with someone. And here you just attend the meetings. Okay, so his mood changed suddenly. YoOngI, what? How can they do this? Jimin, wow, you are asking me this, huh? YoOngI, Jimin, be serious. And Jimin, I am serious, YoOngI. What about you? When I said you many times, YoOngI, sent your parents, but you don't listen me. Now see what happened. And I promise I don't set them. No. YoOngI, why you want to do with them? Jimin, of course not, but you have to realize you are late. YoOngI, I talked with my parents. You talk with your parents or for what chance, Jimin? So YoOngI, so what I do? Jimin, you know what? You just come in my and see me taking with someone else. He said and cut the call. Jimin signed and one a drop of roll from his eyes. He wiped and lay on the bed. And meanwhile with YoOngI. Okay, so both are like this. You all know Yunmin packing, yeah. So YoOngI enter in his cabin when he see Jungkook sit there. YoOngI, Jungkook, JK, hey YoOngI, what Jimin parents do? Jungkook, Jung tell me in morning his parents fixes with someone. YoOngI, how can they do this, Jungkook? This is not the point. The point is this, what you do now, YoOngI. Me, I am also thinking this. Jimin is so at me. He don't even want to talk with me right now. Jungkook, he have to react like this, YoOngI, I am so in all this, Jungkook, relax, brother, relax. You call Jimin, meet with him outside, and you both talk. He understands you, YoOngI. Really? Jungkook nodded. I add some lines from me, okay? YoOngI sign and all this, and YoOngI don't know what he do now. Okay, so right now. Right now, Jimin is sit in the cafe with his with the Taeyang. He is so silent, Taeyang. Jimin, it's okay. YoOngI, do something. Jimin, he don't do anything. He only do one thing, and that was business, nothing else. He sat in, and Taeyang look up. He see YoOngI and Jungkook stand there. YoOngI sign him to stay silent. Taeyang, okay, relax. You talk with auntie and fix everything. YoOngI, why so, huh? He said and sit beside Jimin. Jimin, what you are doing here? He said in his voice. YoOngI, why so? Jimin Taeyang said him go, otherwise I will him. YoOngI, hey, please, huh? Don't do this. Jimin, you guys talk. Jimin, we meet later. Jimin, I come with you. But YoOngI hold his hand and Taeyang go. Jimin, what you want now? You are meaning I myself also, but see, this is not solution, Jimin. What you do now, it's not 1 week also. Yoongi, I talk with your dad. If he don't listen me, then Jimin, then what? Yoongi, then we do. Jimin, are you Yoongi? What about my parents? Their respect. Yoongi, see, Jimin, now we have to take this step. Jimin, why don't you try to agree them, Yoongi? But if he don't listen me, I don't have any option, as I can't stay without you, and don't let someone even look at Jimin, see him and sign. Jimin, I can't. Yoongi, my parents buy my this. Yoongi, and what about me? Jimin, you don't take step when you have time. When you have okay, next extra. Jimin, Yoongi, please, huh? Yoongi, hold his hand. Yoongi, you have to trust me, Jimin. Jimin, I do. Yoongi, then finish this discussion here. I meet with your dad, he said, and Jimin say him with expression. Here Jimin is thinking about his parents, and on the other side, time pass. Time passed. Yoongi talked with Mr. Park. He listened him. No way, he don't listen Yoongi. And Yoongi said Jimin he do with him, but Jimin said no. How can he his parents like this? It's one day before Jimin Yoongi. So you decide you listen your parents, Jimin. It's not about listening them, Yoongi. It's about their trust on me. It's about their respect, Yoongi. And in all this, where is my Jimin, there are so many stories which is incomplete. Then why not this Jung? Our stories is not for this Jimin. He said while holding his hand. Jimin, maybe it's you. It's you can't such anything. It's you can't such anything. I don't let you with anyone, Jimin. I don't care about anything. Jimin, Yoongi, listen, you are just emotional right now. That's why you are saying that. Otherwise, you will move on, Yoongi. I don't. But see now, we have to. Jimin, it's you, Jimin. Yoongi, it's you, Jimin, who's not ready to listen me. I promise we talk with your parents. They listen us. Jimin, okay. For sometimes I listen you, okay. You talk with my parents also. You talk with my parents also. They listen. What about your family? How can you forget how much hold my hands? Jimin, I can't. He said and stand up. Yoongi, how can you do this? Jimin, I have to go. Yoongi. Jimin, think once again. Jimin, I think you take care. He said and start to walk. Yoongi is watching them then standing. Yoongi in mind, if you decide this, Jimin, and this is your happiness, then I am also happy for you. Always stay happy. Some months pass. Yoongi come downstairs. Jin, Yoongi stopped, but she didn't turn. Jin, you are going to breakfast? Yoongi, I do in office, he said, and go. Don't listen further. Jin stand there watching him with expression. Aram, come, Aram, Jin. What happened? What you are doing here? Jin, Namjoon, not happy. Aram, he will, Jin. It's almost 3 to 4 years he is handling business, and mom is saying him for, but she don't do now. He have to. Mom don't listen him. Jin san Jim. He said and she go. Okay, so I like Jin character so much in this video, and she is no, please not this. Okay, so yeah, Yoongi is working. Young is working on the laptop. He see today date is 13 October. Oh, so today is your birthday, Jimin. Happy birthday. See, we are not together, and what we think. Hope so. You must be happy in your life right now. I only want your happiness. He is thinking. His phone starts ringing. Yoongi, hello. Hello, Mr. Min, if you have. Hmm. Now telling you. Also, I am going America, so I don't come to see your granny. But I sent my assistant. He is so good in his job. Your granny is not good at. So if you said he stay there for 24/7. Take care of her now. It's on you. Yoongi sent him home. Mom tell him everything. He said and Yoongi come home after being from his work. He see his family sit on the living room. He about to go upstairs, but he stopped as his mom called him. Mrs. Min, Yoongi son, come here. Yoongi go and stand in front of him. Her Mrs. Min, son, you come and going upstairs, sir, with us, sit with us for some time on the chair. Mitch come with the water, Granny. The boy is so good. He is much better than the. He take care of me well, Mrs. Min. That's good. It's just some hours he come and you start to saying all this, Granny. So this is true, Mr. Min. So you sit here, Jungi. Everyone is also. It's good if I tell you what we decide today. Mrs. Min look at him and then his son with my best friend. Son, he is so good, Yungi. No way, Dad. I already said you I don't do. Mr. Min, and I am not going to listen you now, Yungi. You do after 2 days and it's final, Yungi. No, Dad, I don't do. No, Dad, I don't do. Um, go upstairs. He go out from the house, Mr. Min. I don't know what happened with him. He become nothing else. He said in and also go Jin Namjoon. I already said you Jungi is not Aram. He is not telling also what he want Jin. Dad don't his life. We have to understand. He said and Jin just nodded Jin in mind. I know the rules of this family Namjoon and you are also like them. Yungi is so at his parents, he come home late at night, like now. It's almost 12 a.m. He is going upstairs, but with someone. The person on the Yoongi see him. He stop on his place when Jimin start to collect the things. He didn't say anything and stand up. He himself freeze on his spot when he see Yoongi. Both can't believe after some months again they are facing each other and like this there is so many emotions in their eyes that they don't know how to explain. Yoongi, you Jimin, you are here. Yoongi, I have to hear this is my house, he said in his voice. Jimin heard his voice and she became a little bit. He tried to explain the things when Jin comes in. Jimin, you are still here. Hmm. For you, how can you go like this, Yoongi? You know that well, Jimin. Yoongi, I don't want to talk about this, Jin Hyung. Jimin in mind, how can he talk with him like this? Jin, okay, you go in your room. I said wait for dinner. Yoongi, no thanks, I just sleep. He said and go upstairs. Don't even look at Jimin. Jimin, why the he is at even and look at his Jin San, Jin Jimin. Jimin, I am just going, Jin. He is Yoongi Namjoon brother. He granny so much. If you sometimes so please ignore. He is just like this. Understand? Jimin nodded and Jin smiled. He go. Jimin in mind, oh wow, I know how much he is. And how the he is doing, huh? What happened with him? He is talking with like this. Next day. Okay, so Jimin is here for as granny. He is making her breakfast when Jin come. Jin, good morning, he said with a smile. Jimin also smiled. Jimin, good morning. Jin, what you are doing? Jimin, nothing. Just making the breakfast. Jin, oh, okay. Here, Mrs. Min, come. Mrs. Min, Jin, son, listen. Wong family is coming on lunch and everything will be perfect, okay? To stay at home, he listen Eugene. In this matter, he don't listen me, mom. Mrs. Min, you have to talk with him, son. I am going to see the other arrangements. She said, and she goes, Jin. Oh no. How I talk with him. Jimin is just making the breakfast. He want to ask what's all happening, but he don't. How can he? Hmm. With his son. He said, and Jimin, you okay, Jimin, huh? Yeah. His eyes automatically turned. Jimin, see him, he became. Jin, is it's that much? Jimin and mind so much. Jimin sign as no, Jimin. No, it's not. Jin, be careful. Jimin nodded and served the breakfast in the plate and made go. We don't go out from the room, Jimin. Yoongi is going. Jung is going to. How can he accept someone expect me? How can he do this? Huh? He said me. I him, but now look at him. He's going to. He will be so happy, huh? Of course he have to. He think and wash his face. Jin start to make the lunch. Jimin he gave met to Granny and she see Jin is talking with Jungi. Jimin come in. Jimin come in the well he don't know this is Yoongi room. Jin sent him for some work. He worked when he see Yoongi stand beside the window. Yoongi see him. He turn and fold his hand. Jimin remember about the he don't look at him. Yoongi went to him and stand in front of him. No, Yoongi now why you come here, huh? Jimin I Yoongi why you are even from last night? I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. How can you give you permission to do job and even stay at someone's house? Jimin Yoongi, this is my job and how is he who is he to stop me? Yoongi, you're who have every right who have the right to make Jimin Yoongi. Yoongi, why who have the right to he stop and she feel about me, Yoongi. About me, what happened with you, huh? You are not the Yoongi whom I know. You are someone else, Yoongi. Yes, I am not the Yoongi whom you know because you that Yoongi, Jimin. I don't do anything. You are totally. And what you said today, Yoongi, I don't forget. I thought to explain you, but no, I don't. And now, why would I do, huh? When great Min Yoongi is going to. What yes, I am going to in this 1 week. I get also in front of your eyes and stay happy also. Jimin, okay then stay happy. Who stop you? I also want your happiness. He said and trying his best to in front of him. He go and take the Jin sent him to region. I really don't know this is your room. Otherwise I never come here. He said and take the kit and go from the room. Then Yoongi asked, turn Yoongi in mind. I really don't want to do all this, Jimin. But what I do, whenever I see you, I remember you are someone else. I want to. If like this, you start to me. I do. Maybe after that, I feel something good. It's helped me to release my. He sign and sit on the bed. Hmm. In living room, the guest comes. They are all talking with each other. Jimin come to give back to Granny as this is their time. Jimin, you tell me Jimin, you tell me you take some rest. You are doing work from morning. Thanks you so much for your help. By the way, Jimin smile. Jimin, it's okay, Jinyoung. I just come to give the mat to her. A long time he wants to meet Granny, but I was just busy, so I don't take him. Mrs. Min, oh, you take him well. Within 1 week, he come here. As Yoongi said, he want to as soon as possible. She said, and Jimin looked at Yoongi, who was already looking at him. But Jimin looked into another side. Jin, What Yoongi said this, but you don't want this. Jimin, you think so? Him, Jimin in mind. What is Jin in mind? What is his means? He think and they skip the and finalize that Jimin is trying his best to ignore Yoongi. He don't want to right now, but he want to him right now. No doubt, Mr. Wang. You both talk. It's good for you both, Mrs. Min. They go for shopping together tomorrow. She said. Then Yoongi shocked Jimin. Yoongi is saying you take him. Jim and Granny have to go tomorrow. It's important one of the family member would go with her. Otherwise, it's not. I am busy. Uncle, can you the shopping? Take her. Yoongi, I take her. Granny, it's okay. Jimin, we go on some other day. Jimin, this is important. Granny, so if it's important, then you go. It's okay. Start to. It's okay, we go on some other day, Granny. Okay, if you said, he said, and they start to talk, and then they go. Jimin also go from there, leaving Yoongi extreme level confused what she is doing, and Jim, as he's not understanding anything, what's all happening. Hmm. Base. It's night time. Everyone is sleeping. They all are happy for Yoongi and Jimin. Huh? And Jimin stand on the terrace. Says, how can he go on shopping with him also? And if they had, what should Jimin do? He is thinking all this, and Yoongi passing from the terrace. He sees Jimin. He stopped and went to him. Jimin turned. Why are you, Jimin, like you cares? He said and looked into another side. Yoongi, really, huh? You think I don't care, Jimin? If you care, then you never agree for. He said, but then he realized what she said. Jimin, this is not what I mean. Forget this, Yoongi. Oh, okay, so you don't want me to get Jimin. Who I am to stop you? Yoongi leave his hand and he fold his hand. Yoongi, right now, right. Who you are to stop me? I go out with him, we get and to that Jiminy said and start more. Yoongi shocked to see him. Yoongi, hey Jiminy, why you are, huh? He said, but Jimin don't listen him. He saw his cheeks pout and the nose is looking so beautiful. But Yoongi don't let him. Yoongi, hey, don't, he said, and hmm. He know what you do, Jimin. You don't get I don't you with anyone. You are only you don't do any. You go now and said no for all this. You are only I can you and you no one have only expect me. Only I can call you. His blood blurring and Yoongi is just staring he back and look at him. Yoongi you do and what about me, Jimin, huh? Who said I? Who said I am her? Yoongi means Jimin. I don't do any. I said no on that day, and my parents said me now. And that's why I am doing job like this. And the great Min Yoongi, don't even try to contact with me. I am on. Yoongi, wait. What you are not Jimin? No, I am not. I said no. Yoongi, it's me. You still have Jimin Yoongi. Yoongi, Jimin, you don't know. You don't know how much I am happy you are not. Jimin, I am so happy. Oh my, Jimin, but now you get, he said in low voice, and Yoongi smile after so many months. He smiled. He thought to Jimin. He back and take his step back. Yoongi, you are right now. They decide everything in front of him. Jimin, how can you do this, huh? You don't me, Yoongi. I do, but now I don't. Sahi in life. Jimin, what about my life? Have you ever think, Yoongi, you are doing job, you can handle yourself. Jimin hold it, Yoongi. Jim, remember this, man, Yoongi. If you thing to do with him, then remember this I will you and then myself. Okay, we both end his life again. Young Jimin, I will your life here right now. You don't do it's final. Yoongi Jiminy, I Jimin, you don't do. Yoongi, I don't said no to him. Jimin, I see how you don't said no. He said and to go from there. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so Jimin making breakfast when Yoongi come. Yoongi mom, he is finding Mrs. Jimin. She is not here. Tell me what you want, Yoongi. I think something. Jimin, you said mom, granny. You said granny, no need to go. So I am finding mom to take Sahir number. So I call him and said him we go on shopping. Hmm. Your बहुत दो make a face ठीक है Jimin now take your mobile from me I see how you call him Yoongi what you think like this you stop me Jimin you don't listen me Yoongi I promise he said but Jin come Jimin you are here Jimin again go Jimin huh maybe I forget Jin, oh really? But what you both are talking? Yungi, nothing, just asking about mom. I am going. He said and go. Jin start to do something on his laptop and Yungi phone start ringing. Jimin shocked himself. How can he forget to put the phone on the? Jimin, I didn't. Jin start. Jin, you did right. He's must be you and how much Jimin you know Jin yeah I know he don't tell me your name but when you both talk on that day in a stairs I understand he is not at all from this I know he is just you and Jimin this is me but you don't know here the people so please be careful okay turn on the move he said and now chuckle thank God Jin understand him. He don't think anything else made. Jin sir, Jin sir, Sahyun sir, come here, here. You come. He I think come to meet you. She said and go. Jin look at Jimin and Jimin look at him. Then they both go outside. Hmm. Jin Sahyun, you come sit. He said while sitting beside Jin. Jimin, sit on the couch. Jin, you are here. I mean, mom is not at home. You don't tell also before coming. So actually, I want to talk with you, Jin Young. That's why I come at this time. I know no one will be at home. Jin, yeah, you can tell me. So Jin Young. Hmm. Is a good boy. I understand, but I don't him and I don't want him also. I someone and he come to take me today. Yesterday, whatever mom said, she said all from herself. I don't even know about you all. She take me with them now. I am going, so I think to tell you. Hope so you understand me, Hyung. I don't want someone else. Please, Hyung. You talk with you talk with your family. I know my family. Instead, they don't me, but they do. Jin smile. Hmm. Jin smile. Then it's okay. You go. I talk with everyone here. So Hyun really thank you so much. Then I go bye. He said and run from there. Jin, I never think this will be so easy. Jimin, such your brother to take him on shopping. Jin chuckle. Jimin. Hmm. That's it. Jin, mom, dad, Sohyun come, he sat and he explained everything to them, make them shocked. Yoongi is so shocked and happy at the same time, and then Mr. Min called Mr. Wang, and now they all are how do with Yoongi. What this said here, Jin think to speak. Jin mom, dad, I have a solution. Mrs. Man, what Jensen? Hmm. He listen he respect you a lot, Mr. Min. For hour we have to do this, Jin. You talk with him. If we don't have any, Jin, I do, Mr. Min, and Yungi, you also have to him. Yungi, I do, don't try. He said, and they all shocked. Yungi listened to it so easily, but sign in real life, Jin, I talk with him and then tell you all. Hmm. And here, and Jin, so you said yes, Jimin, Jimin. Let me think. How can I someone like this, Jin Hyung? You think by yourself. He said, and Yoongi come. Yoongi, what chance said yes, Jimin folded his hand, Jimin, and why? Yoongi, what why means why? This is what we both want, then why you are not saying yes now? Jimin, let me him on shopping. Yoongi, I was just kidding. Jimin, but I am not right, Young. Jin, right. Yoongi, you said him said yes now, Young. Jin, this is your matter. I don't said anything. I am right. There is something which I don't know. Jimin is the boy whom you Yoongi, so finally you understand. Want in 1 week. You said yes that much easily. Jimin, I don't said yes, RM. I suggest you take your time and then said yes, Jimin. You are right, Jung. How much time I have to take? I have to think, Jungi. A word, there is no time, RM. As much you want, Jimin. Thank you so much. I tell you after thinking. Jungi, hey, you can't do this. Jimin, his nose and go Namjoon and Jin chuckle to see him and they both also go inside the house. Hey Jimin, you don't do this. He said and one behind him. Mhm. And here I am feeling so sleepy. I thought to finish before. Okay, and here 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 6 minutes text. This is the third last scene. Jimin come in. Jimin come in his room. He about to close the door when Yoongi stop him. Jimin, what you are doing here, Yoongi? Go from here. Yoongi gave me answer. Jimin, I think, and then tell you, Yoongi. Okay, then think he said and to him Jimin starts his eyes and okay, this is the second one I don't do voiceover, as in previous one I write, but because of the first two lines I do voiceover. So here three pictures are still left and I am already so sleepy and I don't do voiceover on this text, you all know, and this is making me more sleepy. Well, you all must be thinking Uni is always sleepy because Uni is always sleepy. Still need time to think. Okay, so and this is the third text. Why I write that much I think, but it's okay, I do. And here tomorrow is my test also, and I don't have anything, literally not even a single thing, not a marker, pen, and sheets. And mm, this was the fourth text. Yeah, like seriously, how can someone write that much? And you all see me, you all said, Uni, you are literally too much. You are just too much. See, now I don't know what I am speaking. I am just speaking as I have to pass time. Hmm. Okay, so the next text start is this one of fifth one. This one is fifth one. Achievement, you are so I never think. Jungi, you don't think this. You just think how much I went Jimin really, huh? Then what we are now, Jungi. You are now Jimin, not Right, so go, he said and returned Yoongi. I am just thinking to Yoongi. Jimin turned his see him. Jimin, oh really, huh? Yoongi, yeah, just see. Okay, so I think fourth. Yeah. Yoongi, oh really, huh? Jimin, yes, I said you. Yoongi, really, huh? I would mean Yoongi don't think what happened tomorrow. He just focus on today. He said and Jimin sit in front of him. Jimin is trying Yoongi, why huh? Jimin, you are so Yoongi. He said and Yoongi chuckled to same Yoongi. Okay then good night, Jimin, good night, and they both sleep peacefully. This is the second last scene. Next day, Jimin is helping Jin in placing the players. Jimin, yes, Jin. What you think, Jimin? You know what you know. I said yes. Jin is, I mean, Yoongi win. Jimin means Jin went to him. He said, and Jimin eyes widen. He saw right now he hurriedly and looking down. Today's Sunday. And Yoongi come, Yoongi, good morning, guys. Jimin see him and he roll his eyes. He's at him being in front of Jin because of him. Yoongi, Jimin, can you come and listen me? Jimin, no way. Yoongi, wow, what happened? Jin, you go. Or he picked the glass and Yoongi gets the glass finally and he is shocked. What happened with him? Last scene. Okay, so finally, Yoongi and Jimin get they both are so happy in their life. In just 1 week they get and Jimin parents also start to talk with them. Today they have to go on the family dinner. So Jimin is getting ready. Yoongi just come from the office. They go for fresh up. Jimin is looking beautiful in the and last scene and the third last text mirror. Jimin perfect, he said, and Yoongi come in the room. He see and he stop on his place. Jimin see him. Jimin, Yoongi, you come tell me how I am looking. He said, and while seeing herself in the mirror, Yoongi went to him. Yoongi, you are looking so good. I really want to, he said, and Jimin didn't know what he said. And this is the last scene and the second last text. Jimin, I think we have to go. Everyone is waiting for us, right? Yoongi, I said, Mom, I am going. I am not. I don't go, and they already go. Jimin, what, Yoongi? What you think? I go downstairs. Jimin, you go downstairs to set this. Why you to them, Yoongi? Yoongi, yesterday is the day. Hmm. Last scene and the last text, but Yoongi, he said, and tomorrow it's whether you all done. Okay, here you so sleepy. I just feel like I fell in sleep now. And now you all just see this time will not pass. These seconds will not pass. It's 12:40 and I am so sleepy. Hope so you all like. If you like then subscribe and tell me in comments. Bye bye. Take care of yourself and